death of a New Brunswick stock car driver on a PEI racetrack, we're learning more about how he died. He was trapped upside down, unable to breathe. And tonight, even as they mourn, the Maritime Racing Committee is returning to tracks in the region to race in memory of one of their own. Federico Cajis is live in Charlottetown. How are the drivers marking the occasion, Federico?
Well, Elizabeth, they're doing what they believe Stevens would have wanted them to do. They're hitting the track, and many drivers say they'll donate any winnings to Stevens' young family.
It is a tight squeeze for me to get in here, so, Mike was a little bigger than I was.
It's been a tough week for Allison McKinnon. The seasoned driver has seen it all on the track, but understanding how Mike Stevens lost his life is beyond comprehension. Just 2 laps from the finish, Stevens crashed, his car landing on its roof. McKinnon recalls Stevens talking to his wife while he was still strapped in. When he released his harness, he was pinned upside down to the roof of his car. Unable to breathe, he later died. McKinnon wanted to honor the man who first welcomed him to the Pro Stock Tour 4 years ago.
It kind of meant a lot to me at the time, and even Saturday night, last Saturday night, he gave me a wave on the way by there when they were coming from the drivers' meeting. So, it meant a lot to me.
He and some of the other drivers will carry Stevens' number 4 this weekend. Any winnings will go to the late driver's family.
They want to stand behind those kids and that family and Mike's memory, and he'd do the same thing for anybody else.
Brendan Snow's car will be clad with a piece of Stevens' old chassis.
Could all stick together and kind of pull through this together as a community, and I think that we'll slowly get through this.
The Speedway will also help raise money.
We certainly want to help with that trust fund, because in the end, unfortunately, we've got 2 young kids that have lost their father.
And tonight in Mike Stevens' hometown of Riverview, New Brunswick, hundreds gathered at his home track for a public memorial. He'll also be honored at Scotia Speed World tomorrow night with a moment of silence. Elizabeth.
Thank you, Federico Cajis.